Hey, everybody. Let's see here. All right. I always miss something going live when YouTube always changes stuff, people. I don't know why. Anyway, welcome to Unfiltered. Tonight, it is just Philip, myself, talking to myself. And Tess has abandoned me once again. She's doing something, who knows what. It's a holiday week, so everybody is doing a lot of things. So if you join us tonight, thank you, or join me tonight. I've got a few comics that we'll show you that's coming out. It's actually a fairly large week of books coming out because it is a holiday week. But Wednesday is there, so I'll go through that. Got a few things going on at Richmond Comix that I'll talk about since Tess isn't here to talk about it. So I'll let you know that. And we'll just get into it. Won't hold you up too long since it is a holiday week. So got a nice little stack of books. I got more books than normal than what we talk about because I don't have anyone to banter against and people to make fun of me. So that doesn't happen. Jacqueline is over there trying to ignore me, but she can't. Anyway, coming out this week, we've got another one shot for Berserker. And once again, you're correct. I did not take any of these out. So Berserker #1 or Berserker the Bleeding Tide #1 is out this week. It is just a one shot. Keanu Reeves. Let's see here. It's created by Keanu Reeves, written by Major Lee, and illustrated by Gary Brown. So this is, well, that's, see, there's so many bloody things on this.
The creator of Night Eaters?
Yes. So there, that's about the only page I can show you that is that is safe. It is a very, very violent book. All the Berserkers have been fairly violent because that's really what it is. This one looks like he's a captain at sea. Oh, wait, this looks to be okay. Here, show you this. But anyway, it's another Berserker one shot that's out this week. So you can go pick that up. Yeah. It's a stack. It's just a stack of books over here. Let me bring them over here. So sorry, everybody. So if you missed out on DCKO, there's a second printing out this week. This is a Dan Moore second printing with the absolute characters on it for DCKO. If you haven't read DCKO yet, they kind of make a brief, shadowy appearance at the end of the first issue. So this is a reprint of that. So that is out this week if you want to pick up a second printing. Also this week is we're at issue 2 of DCKO, and the main cover is these acetate covers. So this is what the actual behind the acetate looks like. Yes, we're so close to Thanksgiving. It is a Tuesday night. Get to have Thanksgiving on Thursday. It will be great. Good to have a few days off too. I'm looking forward to that. Next up after DCKO #2 is Superman. What number? We're up to 32. I feel like the Superman book is really the main book out of this DCKO. I know they say it's a tie-in because you got this fight, but I still believe the fight stuff is just a side quest to have things to be fun and enjoyable. The Superman book really seems to be where things are happening. Now, I think they're going to start putting it more in the KO as a side story, but you kind of get a lot more put into the Superman books. And I have still enjoyed these Superman books a lot. And like you'll see certain characters show up as a part of the fight in there because it's still, this seems to be the really, if you want to read a book outside of the DCKO that seems to be really important, Superman seems to be the one. I've read the Titans, I've read the Flash, I've read like the Justice League Unlimited, and they're nice little pieces to it, but the Superman book really seems to be what is going on there. So next up is, once again, we've got another week of Inuk Lee covers. So we will start off with Black Cat. Sorry, my lighting over here is not as good. I should have played with it a little bit more, but I didn't. Then we have Daredevil Punisher, The Devil's Trigger #1 with Elektra. All these street verse variants. Also this week, like I said, there's a bunch of books this week. Is the new Infernal Hulk #1 comes out this week, and this is the Inugly variant. It looks like they're just kind of doing a horror book again. Here, let me just show you a page. Like there's all kind of stuff going on and these big creatures coming out of the ground. So I'm not really sure where they're going with this, but it looks really horror-ish. It looks a lot like a horror book. So anyway, I have not read it yet because I haven't decided. And then Mortal Thor. Is out. Keep going. All right, so Thundercats 21 is out this week. So I've really enjoyed the Thundercats series. It's been a lot of fun, and Lionel has been missing from the main team now for at least 10 issues, maybe more. He went and tried to tackle something that was more than he could handle. And then he finally shows back up this week to take over the mantle of Lord of the Thundercats again. And he has changed. His journeys has changed him a lot. And this was a really good issue. I enjoyed this issue a lot. Next up is Absolute Wonder Woman 14. So this is the second part of her fighting basically it's a magical version of herself, because they're saying that she's used so much magic that there's got to be a balance to it. And it's kind of an interesting way that they break through that, with the balance being the usage of magic, and every time you use magic, you got to pay a price. And so that was pretty interesting here. And then we actually get more of Absolute Zatanna in this book. So that is coming up quickly. And then Absolute Wonder Woman 15, I believe, starts the crossover with Batman. So that will be coming up also. The Absolute Batman. And then if you're looking for a holiday book this week, it's DC's I Saw Ma Huckle Kissing Santa Claus. So it's just a one shot as they do all the holiday specials. There is 5 stories in here. Let's see here. No more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, there's 8 stories in here. So there's also a Hanukkah story in here. So I love these books. I love the little anthology books. So it's a lot of fun. Do I talk the same in person? Yes, I talk the same in person as I do on these things a lot when I'm talking about stuff. Now, do I do better when I'm actually bantering with someone? Yes, I like having a co-pilot here, but I do not have a co-pilot tonight. Tess is off, so it's stuck with me. So it probably won't be as long tonight with a holiday. But yeah. And if you're keeping up with the Energon universe, we have the Void Rival Volume 4 trade this week that's coming out. So this is issues 19 through 24. So we're kind of wrapping up those first 24 issues of Void Rivals. And this really kind of does end the very first, it is volume 4 of the trade, but the first 24 issues ends up being one kind of giant arc to set up everything else. We're getting ready to set up Mask showing up in Transformers, and Optimus and Duke from G.I. Joe meeting. So a lot of that stuff is getting ready to happen. And so Void Rivals is kind of taking its next step too, because a lot of Transformers make their first appearances during this series, like Rodimus, and Jetfire was even a part of this. So there's all kind of different people that show up during these series and different worlds and how that's all handled. And here we can just hear some of the art for this. All this is Robert Kirkman is writing all the Void Rivals, which now he's writing the Transformers book because it's getting ready to jump over in there. Yeah, it is. It's been pretty insane. Void Rivals kind of started first, and so they didn't come out every month because Transformers just hit 26, I believe. So technically, Energon Universe is a little over 2 years now, the way it's come out, but it's been really good. I'm looking forward to where they're carrying it next. I'm looking forward to them bringing Mask into the whole Energon universe. So that should be really, really good on that front. There's some other X-Men books. I think maybe Flash is coming out this week. Without all the books behind me, it's hard for me to say. But you saw a bunch of books that are coming out this week. So there's a bunch of stuff that will be there this week. The other stuff that's happening is, first off, I like to thank everyone who helped with all the food donations. Jacqueline and I got all that taken over to the Chesterfield Food Bank yesterday. We had 700 pounds worth of food that we took to them. So that was great. That was pretty awesome thing to do. So once again, thanks everybody that kind of pitched in and helped with that and got all that up to the store. So the next thing that we're doing is actually, since we got the food taken to the food bank, we are starting Toys for Tots, and that runs for, let me get my calendar. I think it's only 3 weeks that we have for that, because I think it is the 12th. So Toys for Tots runs until the 12th. December 12th, because they have to come pick all that up and get it back to the facility and go through it and get everything distributed and dispersed. So we'll be doing Toys for Tots, or Richmond Comix will be doing Toys for Tots until the 12th. So that will all be there. That will all be handled on that front. The other thing that's going on at the store this week is they don't do a Black Friday sale. They do a 4-color weekend. So they have a different sale every day. So it's, Jacqueline, do you know what the sale stuff is?
25% off.
On what?
Friday is back issue.
Okay. Yep. So I got it. Thank you. Friday for the shop is, so all the sales for the weekend, it's Friday through Monday. There'll be a different sale each day. Friday is back issue comics. It excludes Silver Age books, and it excludes anything that's in your box, or if you have a whole box at the shop, it excludes anything in that. Saturday is all ages, young adults. Sunday is trade paperbacks and hardcovers, and once again excludes anything that could be in a hold box. And then Monday is manga. So they'll be running those sales all weekend. Like I said, different one. It's 4-color weekend. It's not just the Black Friday sale. So they'll be running all kind of stuff there. So stop by. I know Friday, Tess and Alex will be hanging out all day. I'm not sure who will be there on Saturday, but so stop by and see them and say hi to them. Excuse me. Sorry. And then the store will be closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Most places will be closed. I know some of the bigger places will, but most, family run stores will be closed. So they will be closed on Thursday on that front. So. Yep. Yep. Jacqueline and I will also be out of town. So we're looking, I'm looking to try to do something for the subscribers early next year, something just for subscribers. I'm still trying to work through that. So hopefully we'll get that done, because this sale will be for everyone, of course, but I'm hoping to be able to do something that's just for subscribers next year. early next year, because it's going to be interesting, right? So they moved to the new location February 1st. They opened in the new location February 1st. So that that 1 year anniversary is coming up really quick for them to be in that new location. So we'll, may try to plan something for somewhere along in there. We're going to, between Richmond Comix and Alpha Comics, we're going to try to do like 4 events a year. We know one of them is going to always be Free Comic Book Day, right? And that both stores do that. In September is Local Comic Shop Day. Richmond Comix used to do a fall festival, but this past year they both did the Local Comic Shop Stuff Day. So they'll probably keep doing that. And then we're going to try to do one event in the other quarter for each store, back and forth. So we're kind of working through that process too. But we'll see how that goes in that process. Let's see what else. That was pretty much it. Like I said, I knew this was going to be pretty quick tonight. We actually talked about canceling because it is actually a holiday week, and we know a lot of people are traveling, a lot of people out of town. But I kind of wanted to come on here really quick and kind of show what's coming out at this store this week. And there's still lots of really good books, as you probably saw. And for me personally, I just want to thank everyone who joins us here every week and, either comes by the shop and says hi to us and stuff like that. We know that this little endeavor is a little different than what, Richmond Comic does. And it's kind of like, Tess manages there and stuff like that, but it's all a little different. But I appreciate everyone that, joins us every week and interacts with us and comes and talks to us. It's always a great time. And that kind of leads me to on Thursday at 4 p.m. I will be dropping the interview with Tess. So Tess and I did an interview. I basically did an interview with Tess as the manager of Richmond Comix. So I am taking the unfiltered side of it. We did a nice interview, and I think that most people will enjoy that interview a lot. She is very candid about what she works on and what she does at the store and some of the challenges that she faces as a female manager of a comic shop. And I think that is all done really well. And so I really hope that you can join. Like I said, it's just recorded. It'll drop on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day at 4 p.m. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. So you can just kind of get that out there and get people to sit there and watch it, or, take time to watch it and help share. I think it will be a great thing for people to hear and people to understand that what it kind of takes to be a part of a shop and be a part of something big and a community, right? And so that's always a great thing to do. I'm always happy with stuff like that. And I think it turned out, I don't necessarily like hearing myself talk, especially after the fact. Like, I don't mind doing this. I don't mind doing the videos, but I did go back and watch that interview. And I do think that it is actually, not from my part, but from Tess's part, it is actually a great interview. So I think most people will like that. But once again, I am going to go ahead and sign off, let people go enjoy their time. So once again, I do appreciate it. Thanks for everyone joining us every week. I am very thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for being able to talk to you every week. And we will be back next week. We will be back on a Tuesday again. As far as I know, Tess will be joining us back. So it'll be a little bit more, I'm sure you miss her insulting me a lot because it happens a lot. So, but anyway, have a great Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you all next week. Have a good one, everyone. Bye. End.